Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
No runners, no hits, about one hit, no loss for it. Let's see, let's get these bring over the foul balls up through the concession stand. We're gonna give them a nice cool icy pop. An icy pop for a foul ball. Also,
test.
$5 a ticket. We're gonna roll winner this Thursday night, our last home regular season game. We're not gonna go on with a very nice cooler, so give a chance to win. We'll deliver to you. If you're out of town, you win, we'll deliver to you. We're going out to a chance of a cooler and American Legion Baseball.
We should be good now. Welcome back to the home half of the first inning. Apologies here for the technical difficulties as we had set for the start of the top half, but we're back here for the Mocksville half of inning number one. As for the top half of the inning, it started off with a strikeout against the man on the mound, that being Messer, followed by Hunt striking out as well. To out base knock from Terry, a fly ball into right field. Following up a third strikeout of the inning for Connor Kennedy. Coming to the home half of the first, sets to lead things off is Luis Sanchez. First pitch called a strike outside, 0-1. Kuntz, Patuski, and Rinaldi Around the outfield going left to right, Everhart, Rodriguez, Lomax, and Terry is your infield. Was able to check his swing, 1-1 the count. Mocksville on a 10-game losing streak. Trying to break that here, called a strike outside, 1-2. The Post-8 Swines is one of 3 teams that Mocksville has beat so far this season, coming in tonight with a 3-16 record. 1-2 popped up straight back behind the home plate. We'll do it again.
Don't forget to turn it foul balls for an icy pop.
Line shot into center field. That's going to drop down for a leadoff base knock for Luis Sanchez. Coming up now is David Thiel.
First base number 23, David Thiel.
Offensively, Mocksville comes tonight with a .274 batting average. The leadoff single from Sanchez will increase that slightly, as Mocksville has 122 hits on the season, 101 of those being singles. First pitch here, down and into Thiel, able to get ahead. Pitch upstairs, called a strike. That'll even the count 1-1, while Thiel is betting a .435 on the season. Highest one on the team and highest one in a while we've seen here in Mocksville. Breaking pitch, called a strike. Gets behind the count, 1-2. As for Thiel, who's only struck out 4 times this season, once about halfway through and 3 in his last 4 games. Down and out, gets away. Runner will take up for second. That being Sanchez advancing on the pass ball. Count evens 2-2. Jordan Turner, James Spencer, and Manny Morales is your next 3. Great a chance here to push home 1 run here in the home half of the first. Runner in scoring position, 180 feet away. Still nobody out for David Thiel. Down to his last strike, trying to push it home. Swing and a miss, pitch outside. 118th strikeout of the season for Mocksville's batters.
Pitch number 6, Jordan Turner.
Coming up from the left side's Turner. Jordan Turner being the catcher tonight for Mocksville. Still runner in second, 1 out. Base hit here, scores 1. Breaking pitch, called a strike on the inner half, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Gets behind the count, 0-2. Needing to find some way to put a ball in play. Have a runner on second, nobody out. Trying to do anything but strand him there. Yes, I know. I was saying that he was there with nobody out. Popped up third base side, just goes foul. Once again, Turner coming in from the left side. Trying to pull something down in the right field would be huge here, but just trying to put one in play means more, especially here in the first. The 0-2 pop down the third base side into the netting. Count remains 0-2. Sanchez on second after a leadoff single, and back-to-back strikeouts. He retires Turner.
Number 15, James.
Here comes James Spencer. I'm try and get you some stats here as soon as I can. Fourth batter here in the lineup. Batting cleanup is Spencer. First pitch misses upstairs, ball one. Catches the outside corner, 1-1. Down to 2 outs, runner on second. Yeah. That one catches the outside corner, 1-2. Down to the last strike here in the inning, Spencer. Needing to find a way to put a ball in play and make the defense do some work. We have yet to see any plays worth from Everhart, Rodriguez, Lomax, or Terry. Balk. Runner advances to third. Never coming set. Puts a runner on third now, 90 feet away, but down to the last strike. .48 total batters faced. 1-2 is outside, evens it up, 2-2. Up and out, full count. After falling behind 0-2, we have a full count here to Spencer. If he manages to reach base, we'll have Manny Morales up behind. That's a walk, the 16th walk against the Swines so far in the season. In game number 4. Mocksville's 1-2 against the Swines so far this season. Trying to even up here and get their 4th win of the season and break the 10-game losing streak. Pickoff move over to Spencer to try and nail him. Was able to get back in safely. Down and in, ball one to the left-handed Morales. Mocksville has 8 stolen bases on the season, just under half of them coming up here against the Swines. 3 of those 8. Runner takes off for second. Spencer is able to get into second safely as Messer's throw gets away from Hunt. Runner's now second and third. 2 outs for Manny Morales. The 2-1 line to left center field. That's going to be caught by Kuntz in the left. That's going to end it in the first. Top of the second we go. Scoreless going into inning number 2. Coming back here, top of the second. I'm trying to look for another quick inning here. As Connor Kennedy comes back out for inning number 2. 3 strikeout first, all besides a single and a right by Terry. 2 balls and a strike here to Kuntz to lead things off in inning number 2. Pitch just misses downstairs, 3-1. So far in the season, Monks has thrown 109 innings, 2,400 pitches for a 9.11 ERA. Pitch gets away from Turner. Ball at 4 as Kuntz takes a run down the first base line, trying to see if he could stretch it into 2. As that leadoff walk will bring up Everhart. Shocking. And call tomorrow. And just call tomorrow. We're done eating Pop Johns. We're done eating Pop Johns. 2 balls, no strikes as that pitch catches the inside corner on Rinaldi. Able to work it. Able to get it back 2-1. A swing and a miss brings us down to 2-2. So for 178 hits given up, 1 given up tonight. As for the ERA here against the Swines, it's a 7.5 compared to the team average overall of a 9.11. Payoff pitch right down the heart of the plate. Rinaldi thought it was ball 4. Nowhere close as it hit the bottom half of the zone. Strikeout number 4 from Connor Kennedy. Able to get ahead here early, 0-1. Decent sized lead over at first from Kuntz. Second base runner of the afternoon, that is. As another swing and a miss brings them behind 0-2. Pops right back out of play. Works the count here, but it still remains 0-2. As for Kennedy, he's up to 28 pitches so far, doing 1 1/3 innings of work. Just missing the inside corner. Kuntz decent sized lead over at first. Gonna be a hard time trying to steal second, especially on a left-handed pickoff move. We'll stay put as that's aligned into left. Sanchez giving it a chase with a right, able to make the grab. A diving grab by Sanchez is able to get the second out of the inning. Up and out, ball 1 to Petoskey. To the 4th batter of the inning, we have an even count here, 1-1. Popped up first base side, gonna get out of play. As we're down to the last strike here in the top half of inning number 2. just like that, sets them down looking. Second strikeout of the inning, fifth strikeout of the afternoon from Connor Kennedy. We'll take it to the home half scoreless. It's going to be Spencer Morales and Johnson. Coming back here, bottom half of inning number 2. What? Yeah. Singled into left field to start the inning from Joseph Johnson. Called a strike here against Williams. No balls and a strike to the 7-hole for Mocksville. On first, that's Joseph Johnson after leadoff single, trying to lay down a bunt, push button on the first baseline. Good bunt, just goes foul. Good attempt there down the first base line. Unfortunately, just rolled right off the infield grass and took a nosedive toward the dugout. 1-1. Batter timeout here. We'll step back on 1-1. Master remains on the mound. Runner on first, that's Joseph Johnson after a leadoff single. Curveball upstairs called a strike. Down to the last strike here for Johnson, 1-2. A stolen base attempt there. Unfortunately, we'll have to go back as Williams foul attempted. So far, there's only been 3 stolen bases on the season against the Swines. 8 so far, entirety of the season. Pickoff move over to the first where Johnson never even left the bag. Stays put here. Slider catches the outside corner, rings them up. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Messer. To the 8 hole we go of Jonas Johnson.
Larry, second baseman. For the bat for the Lumberjack Twins, Jonas Johnson.
Runner takes off. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. The throw is in time. Rodriguez able to apply the tag just barely, as Johnson wasn't able to avoid it by going underneath it. Out number 2.
Get it out.
8 stolen bases on the season, and now 8 caught attempts. Outside 2-0. The 2-0 swing and a miss. Trying to work it back here. 2-1 from Messer. Mocksville scored 82 runs so far in the season. They've given up 189. Hopping in, nearly clipped his helmet. Down to a 3-1 count, has a chance for a 5-pitch walk. And this will bring up Ryan Robinson to the plate if he's able to reach base safely. The 3-1 catches the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No walk so far on the night. The payoff pitch, just missing the inside corner, puts a runner on first. Here are 2 outs for Ryan Robinson.
Ryan Robinson.
Jonas Johnson, the runner on first, stays put as that pitch misses inside to Ryan Robinson. Stays put, foul tip straight back, gets a piece of the catcher of Hunt. Catcher's interference is called. Puts runners on first and second. Now for the top of the lineup, who's 1 for 1, Luis Sanchez.
Come on, got it, yeah.
First pitch here misses inside, nearly clips him. Large gap here in the left center field area. Would love to hit behind the runner though, and find any way to drive home Johnson, who's currently standing on second. 1-0's outside, trying to back pick the first. Nearly caught Robinson off guard, as Terry wasn't even sure what was going on. Do you know what's going on? I said, I'm not even sure if Terry knows what's going on. First baseman's name is Terry. Oh. Inside, nearly clips him again, 3-0. Gonna lay down a bunt and pull it back, called a strike. And seen a strike here, trying to find a way to put one in play now. Walk will load the bases. The 3-1 line into left field, giving a chase, is gonna drop to the right of his 1 run coming in. It's gonna be Johnson. And the runners will take advantage. Second and third, 2 outs, as Mocksville brings home one.
First baseman, 23, Caleb.
Johnson able to come in and score on the RBI single in the left field. Gonna take a quick break here. 1-0 in favor of Mocksville. Here comes David Thiel up to the plate. Pitch misses inside, ball one to the very dangerous hitting David Thiel. Over one thus far. Pop shot over the head of the first baseman. That's going to drop in foul ground. Here comes across two. Sanchez and Robinson comes in. Throw into second. Thiel in with a double. Dropped the ball and Thiel able to get to his backside. Getting up on his own power. Gonna walk it off. Appears to be doing okay. He was definitely injured after that one. Took second on the throw. 3-run inning so far here with 2 outs. Runner on second, Thiel. Decent size lead. Pitch outside, that's going to get away from Hunt. As Thiel will take third. Now we're 90 feet away from a 4th run of the inning. Turner's 0 for 1 thus far. He struck out back in the first inning. Closing in on batting around the lineup here in the second. One, misses inside, nearly clips him. Able to get ahead in the count here, 2-0. The 2-0's upstairs, 3-0. Gonna take till we get a strike here. Runner on third's David Thiel. After having a 2 RBI single while advancing the second on the throw. The 3-0. Down the heart of the plate, called a strike. 3-1. A 3-1 to Turner. Swing on and missed. We'll have a full count here. 2 outs. Needing to find a way to put this ball in play. As for Mocksville, they have 3 runs on 4 hits. For the other squad of the Swines, they have 1 hit, no runs to account for it. Something off the back of the mound is Messer. Five-pitch walk will bring up James Spencer. He flew out to left to end the first. First and third, Thiel over at third, Turner at first. Trying to push home some more insurance here in the second. And the plate, Spencer 0 for 1. Pick-off move to the first, not in time, keeping him honest. Might as well get right back to it. So far, 1 caught stealing. Hit by pitch. As for Turner, he was taken on for second. But Spencer instead will take one off his spine, and that will load the bases for the ninth batter of the inning, Manny Morales. The leadoff man of the inning waits on deck. That's Joseph Johnson. Just like that, we're down the count 0-2 to Morales. Trying to find a way just to put the ball in play here. That's to be popped over the short Rodriguez. Trying to flip it the second in time for out number 3. Going to the top half of the third. Missing on the top of the lineup, Mr. Hunt and Terry. First pitch called a strike upstairs on Everhart. One and two, the count here to Everhart. The left-hander misses inside, nearly clips him. Everhart bouncing out of the way, 2-2. Shot right back up the middle, gonna be a tough play. Able to pick it out of the dirt is Thiel.
Yeah, nice play.
Johnson just barely able to grab the ball out of the dirt. Fires it over the field, picks it out of the dirt himself for out number 1. Now we're back up to the top of the lineup. First pitch swinging, popped out down the third base line. 41st pitch of the night from Kennedy. Strikeout at least 2 so far every inning. That's 5 so far. This is outside, ball 1.
Yeah, bring the ball.
The 1-1 just missing the outside corner from the changeup. Falling behind the count, 2-1. So far in the season, Mocksville pitchers sit at a 53% strike rate as that's grounded to Johnson. Keeps it in front of him, fired over the field, out number 2. Trying out both Jonas and Joseph Johnson. Fortunately for us, both of them fielded it perfectly. Fires him over the field. And both of them out via a ground out. 2 up, 2 down for the catcher of Hunt. First pitch catches the inside corner. 0-1. Hunt so far 0 for 1, striking out in the first. Just missing the inside corner, evens it. Working with a quick pace here. Fires it in, swung on and missed, 1-2. Down to the last strike here in the third inning. A very quick moving game, as we're nearly complete through 3. Swung on a miss, that will do it. Strikeout number 1 here in the third. 6 of the night here from Connor Kennedy. Bottom of the third we go. It's going to be Joseph Johnson, Ryan Williams, and Jonas Johnson. 3-0, Mocksville leads. Coming back here, home half of the third for Mocksville. Holding a 3-0 lead so far here in the home half of the third. Set to start things off is Joseph Johnson, the shortstop. First pitch swinging right back up the middle. A leadoff single. Improves his night 2 for 2. Brian Williams set to start things off here. Struck out in the second. Small lead over at first, not going. Breaking pitch called a strike over the heart of the plate, 0-1. 5 hits so far for Mocksville. They've looked solid here through 2 innings. Big lead over at first. Johnson staying put as that goes up over the head of Williams. Thought about back picking it over to Terry. Changes his mind as we'll get back to going. 1-1 the count. Firing it in, popped out down the first base side. That's going to get into the netting. Down to the last strike here against Williams. And on deck is Jonas Johnson, brother of Joseph Johnson, who's currently standing on first base. Stroking up on the bat, trying to find any way to poke anything close in play, as the batter will call a timeout. A 1-2 upstairs, count evens, 2 apiece. And on deck, Jonas Johnson, he walked back in the second inning, was one of the 3 runs that came across to score. One of the one things we don't see too often is catcher's interference, as that was thrown behind Williams. Hunt somehow was able to catch it, and that went back behind the head of Ryan Williams. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Williams. Only 1 walk so far from Messer. That's popped up as Johnson decided to take second on that one. Will have to retreat as it was fouled back into the netting. Staying over at first, a 3-2's lined over the head of the second baseman, Lomax. That's going to drop in the gap. Trying to go first to third. A throw comes into the shortstop, Rodriguez. Trying to backpick the first. Terry's tag is not in time. Single from Williams puts Johnson at third. As it's first and third, nobody out. Here for Johnson, that being Jonas Johnson.
Second base, number 9, Jonas Johnson.
Come on, hit it out.
First and third, will we see a stolen base attempt here from Williams? We will not on the first pitch. Off-speed pitch called a strike. I have a chance to put that one in the trees. Taken off for second, pitches upstairs, throw. Comes into second, not able to apply the tag. Stolen base for Williams. Hunso was in time, but took a 1-hop right in from the bag. And Lomax was not able to bring the ball back down in time. Second and third, nobody out for Johnson. His brother stands on third. Williams with a huge lead off of second base, about 1/3 of the way down the line. Swing and a miss, 1-2, down to the last strike here for Johnson.
Base hit gets 2 runs. Let's go.
Look at the lead of this guy in second.
Oh, base hit to get us 2. Let's go.
He's 1/3 of the way down the line. 1-2, clips his back. End up throwing behind Williams. This one does clip Johnson's back, and bases are loaded for Ryan Robinson. Robinson so far has reached on catcher's interference. Coming in tonight, technically 0 for 0. First pitch just missing inside, ball 1. Messer thought that would have been a strike. He turned back in disgust. Still nobody out here in the inning. Line down the first base side. That goes foul. Count evens 1-1. Sun's starting to come out behind the clouds. Was nice here at Mando Field. Won't take too much longer before the sun does dip behind the trees. 1 ball and a strike here against Robinson. Robinson, the left-hander, should have an advantage on the right-handed Messer. This is 1-1, up and out. Nowhere to put him, 2 balls and a strike. As our Mocksville, they have 6 hits. Just missing in the inside corner. 3 ball and a strike. Breaking from the windup now. The 3-1 popped up. That's going to possibly stay in play. That's going to drop and be caught by Messer, the man on the mound. Out number 1.
for Tiana Wade, Sanchez.
Here comes Sanchez, who is 2 for 2 so far this afternoon, singling the center and singling down the left field line. He has brought home one. Still working from the windup. First pitch here, up and in, ball one. Trying to put a ball in play here and hopefully some good things happen. On a delivery, got a piece of something, got a bat. 1-1. Got a pitch to contact, and that's something Messi just did, was throwing one up and in. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him. Mocksville with a 3-run lead here in the third inning. A 3-run second inning is what gave him that. Missing outside 2-1 should be 3-0. Unfortunately, that last pitch ran up and in, got a piece of the bat. Still a good lead from Williams at second. Chopped. It's going to be a tough play from the shortstop Rodriguez. He'll try and throw it over the second. Not in time. Try to go to a fielder's choice. Instead, he beats it out. That was Johnson, and one run does come across to score 4-0. As Johnson was able to come across and touch home plate safely. His brother was able to beat out the throw at second. Here comes David Thiel, his third at bat in just as many innings. First pitch. Curveball down the heart of the plate, had a chance to do some damage on it. Instead, he lets it go by. The 0-1. Clipped him, I do believe. Sounded like it hit something from up here. Apparently it hit the catcher of Hunt. It must have. How did it hit his right arm if it didn't hit anything else? Okay, and 1-1 the count. I guess it crossed up Hunt as well as it did the rest of us. Still unsure of what that was technically called. You always see something new at the ballpark every single day here. 1 ball and a strike. Curveball misses the inside corner. 2-1. Okay. Popped up. That's going to be caught by the shortstop of Rodriguez. Everyone does get back into their base successfully, so only go as 1 out. Was able to bring home 1 so far here with bases loaded, nobody out. Now we're down to 2 outs for Jordan Turner. He's 0 for 1 so far, has walked, and struck out back in the first. Chopped right back in the middle. Going to be a play for Rodriguez. Hill fired over the first in time. Just barely able to hold on to the bag was Terry. That's how the inning will come to a close. Mocksville does bring home 1. 4-0 going, top of the 4th. Coming back here, first pitch lined over the head of the center fielder. That's going to be at least a double, an easy double at that. Wow. Okay. Tag is just late. Wow. Terry just able to reach out a double. Here comes Lomax. He's 0 for 1 so far. Struck out back in the first inning. Gonna be a pinch runner over at second. As the first pitch offering here catches the outside corner. 0-1. No balls and a strike here. Runs inside. Count evens 1-1. As for Lomax, he's trying to get something going here. Once again, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fires it in, grounded right back up to the middle. Gets that piece of Kennedy. Has one play. Gonna fire it over to Thiel. But that will advance the runner as Lomax will ground out to Kennedy for out number 1 of the inning. Here comes Kuntz up to the dish. He's 0 for 0. He walked back in the second inning. That's what started their semi-long inning, if you will. 4 batters came up, win the longer innings for Kennedy. Gonna test it at home. Gonna be a play at the plate. Firing it in, not in time, and that is how Terry's able to come across and score the first run for the Swines. Pinch runner coming in, taking it home for him on the pass ball. The 1-0 pitch swung and a miss as the count evens 1-1. Once again, Coots has one at bat, walked back in the second inning, which started the second. That was followed by 2 strikeouts and a flyout to the left fielder of Sanchez. Down the count, 2-1 to Connor Kennedy. From the windup workings, Kennedy fires it in, just missing that outside corner. Falling behind now, 3-1. Downstairs, called a strike, a late call from this home plate umpire. Ross Turner was able to frame it perfectly as Kennedy now has a full count against Kuntz. On decks for Rinaldi. Regardless here, he will come up with only one out here in the inning. Payoff pitch, misses upstairs, ball 4. Here comes Rinaldi, who struck out in the second inning. So far, 0 for 1. Both squads threw 2 times through the lineup. Mocksville will start their 3rd time coming up in this next inning. Apologies, Mocksville is through their 3rd time through the lineup. As for the Swines, they're just now on their 2nd here in the 4th. Line toward the second baseman, Johnson. 4-6-3. Is it in time? It is. Going from Johnson to Thiel. Just like that, a double play will end it. That's the 9th double play of the season as we head to the home half of the 4th. Coming back here, home half of the fourth as we're getting set to start. Starting to start things off for Mocksville-Davie is going to be James Spencer. First pitch is fouled off. 0-1, Spencer. Spencer leading things off here in the inning. Starting off 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Flew out to the left, back in his first at bat. The 0-1 just catches the outside corner. Working quick here is Messer. 0-2. Grounded over the short, gonna be a play for Rodriguez. Has one play over the first to Terry. In time for out number 1. Four straight plays over the short. A single from Sanchez followed by a line out to David Thiel and a ground out to Jordan Turner and James Spencer. Here's how the last sequence of plays have gone. Let's bring up Manny Morales. Working from the left side here. First pitch offering. Was he able to hold on to it? I believe he was. 1 ball and no strikes. As for Messer, he's up to 87 pitches so far. Just over 3 innings worth of work. Grounded right back up the middle. Messer able to glove it down. He'll flip it over the Terry. Out number 2. Two up, 2 down here in the fourth will bring up Joseph Johnson. Mocksville with a 4-run lead. Thanks to part of it, Joseph Spencer, who started things off in the second. He singled in the left field, eventually ended up being caught trying to steal second. As Remy's 2 for 2 though, trying to keep that going here as that pitch misses downstairs, ball 1. The 1-0 here lined left center field, giving Chase Rinaldi. He'll make the grab, ranging out to his right. 3 up, 3 down it will be. Top of the fifth they go. 4-0 in favor of Mocksville. I can't see. Yep.
Allen, Earhart.
It won't be much. 50. What? Yeah, now. Single and then ground out. Yeah. Coming back here, apologies for the delay. Top of the fifth, 1 out it is. Runner on second. Rodriguez leaded things off with a single in the left field, followed out by a ground out to the pitcher from Petuski. Now we're down to the 9 hole that is of Everhart. 2 balls and a strike here from Kennedy. 65 pitches thrown so far. Through 4 1/3 of an inning's worth of work. The 2-1 catches the outside corner just barely on a left-hander. It was nearly inside the right-hander's batter's box. From the stretch he comes. Kennedy fires in. That gets away from Turner. Runner will take up 90 feet. A passed ball will pull the count up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. A passed ball is exactly how Terry scored back in the 4th. And a runner on third. Eventually reaching on a pass ball. As this payoff pitch swung on and missed. Able to be caught onto it was Turner, out number 2. To the top of the lineup we go. It's Messer. He's 0 for 2, grounding out to second and striking out so far. Two outs here on the top of the 5th. Firing it in. Popped up left field side. Giving it a chase as the third baseman. Spencer not able to make the grab. Would have been close if he had the room. Regardless, a long strike, 0-1. Including the pitches already thrown tonight, Mocksville over 2,400 total pitches on the season. Throughout that, 177 hits given up, 189 runs, 142 of those earned. As for Mocksville, the 0-2 upstairs. We're working back here 1-2. Mocksville's averaged 22 pitches per inning, while averaging 3.5 pitches per batter. 1-2 downstairs in the dirt. That's going to be blocked up by Turner's. Will work even, 2-2. There's been 20 walks against the Swines over the 3 games thus far, not including tonight, alongside with 11 strikeouts and 6 hit by pitches. Line center field, that's going to drop down over the head of Williams. 1 run comes across, chasing for 2. And that's as far as Messer will get. An RBI double by Messer. Leadoff man comes across the score as that's been grounded by Johnson into the center field hole. Gonna chase him around. Play at the plate as the throw is late. Coming into second, tag is not in time. 4-3, just like that, a 2-run inning. As Hunt was able to reach safely. Singling in the center field, taking second on the throw. Yes. Terry was the leadoff man back in the 4th. He doubled in the right center field. Ended up scoring on a pass ball. Trying to find a way to close it out here. Already with 2 outs. Upstairs, ball 1. A little bit of a mishap there between the 2 Johnson brothers. As it looked like they were in the middle of switching who was covering second, as there was a line shot into second. Right where Johnson was standing at. That being of Jonas Johnson. Looks like they walked him as here comes Coach Lovelace out as the bullpen will slowly start to warm up. So we'll take a quick break here and we will continue here on Mocksville-Davie American Legion Baseball's YouTube channel. Up now to the plate after the intentional walk is Lomax. Balk. Both runners will take another 90 feet. Although not a stolen pace on the record books. Counts none the same as runners are now second and third. Tying runner 90 feet away as that's fouled straight back here into the fencing. 1-1. Seventh batter of the inning. Sanchez, Williams, and Robinson is your outfield. 1-1, just missing the inside corner. Connor Kennedy slowly starting to get into their own heads here. Has looked sharp throughout, has since slowly started to dwindle. Almost as if he can't trust his own defense. While they've given up 46 errors on the season, just about a fourth of them has come up here against the Swines, that being 12 of them. Swung right of his elbow, guards Lomax. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight, striking out in the first and grounding out back to Kennedy in inning number 4. The payoff pitch, grounded toward first base, steal. Nobody covering the bag as Johnson's able to hold on to it. One run does come across the score on the 2-out single. Tie game here in the 5th. Batter number 8 of the inning, Kuntz. Upstairs, ball 1. 2 bad innings from both sides have led to 3-run innings, as we sit at a tie game. Right down the pipe, 1-1. As Rinaldi, apologies, Kuntz thought that was ball 4. It was ball 2, that was. Woo! Pop straight back out of play. Down in the count, 1-2. Ball gets away from the bullpen, goes into play and bounces out. And that just misses the inside corner. Count evens 2-2. With the count even, that bounces down in the dirt, blocked up by Turner. We'll have another full count here. So far, only 1 walk in the inning. That comes by an intentional walk. But Kuntz has walked twice before in the 4th and 2nd inning. The payoff pitch, up and out, ball 4. Bases are loaded. And that might be it for Connor Kennedy. We'll have to see here as Coach Lovelace comes out with some more baseballs. It will not, as Rinaldi coming up to the plate. Rinaldi so far 0 for 2, being doubled up in the 4th and striking out in the 2nd. A 4-6-3 double play it was. 2 Johnsons to David Thiel at first. Need to end this inning right where it started. Fastball catches the inside corner, 0-1. Kennedy working quick like you did the past 4 innings. Just misses the outside corner, maybe a tad low, as the count evens at 1. Appears it's going to be the last batter for Kennedy. Inside nearly clips him, that gets away from Turner. 1 run's going to come in the score as they take the lead 5-4 here in the 5th. The intentional walk comes in the score, that being Terry. The 2-1 upcoming fastball catches the inside corner as we evened up 2 apiece. On her second and third, trying to keep it that way as that's upstairs. Another full count. 9th batter of the inning. Trying to limit it right there to 9. As that catches the inside corner, that will do it. And Rinaldi thought that was ball 4. It was not. We'll limit it there. A 4-run inning gives Post 8 the Swines the lead. Bottom 5 we go. It's 5-4 in favor of the Swines. Coming back here, home half of the 5th, we're going to have ourselves a pinch hitter. It's Braden Carter taking over for Williams down in the 7 hole. As for Williams, he's tonight 1 for 2. Not sure if that's exactly the position you wanted to put a pinch hitter at, unless there's due to an injury that we're unsure about. Count evens 1-1. Foul tip straight back, got a piece of it with the hands. Trying to get a leadoff base runner here. Mocksville trails by 1. 5-4 here in the home half of the 5th after a 4-run inning, which resulted in 9 batters coming up to the plate. Swing and a miss. Sits them down swinging for out number 1. Out a 1-2-3 inning back in the 4th. A ground out to short, followed by a ground out back to the man on the mound. And a fly out. Jonas Johnson now up the dish. Still looking to get his first technical plate appearance as he's 0 for 0. Foul tip straight back, got a piece of the home plate umpire. Appears to be doing okay here. Johnson gets behind 0-1. Blake Little just staring at the man on the mound. That's still Messer here in his 5th inning of work. Should cross the 100 pitch threshold here in the 5th inning, averaging 20 pitches an inning. 0-1 the count. Firing it in, fouled straight back once again. No balls, 2 strikes. That nearly got another piece of the home plate umpire. And we're down to the last strike here with 1 out. Braden Carter struck out just a batter ago, trying to avoid back-to-back strikeouts. Has happened once for Mocksville all the way back in the first inning. David Thiel and Turner. Here's the 0-2, firing it in, chop down the third base side. That's going to go foul towards the dugout. And we'll redo it here, 0-2. There's been 22 offensive strikeouts against the Swines so far through the 3 games, including 4 more here tonight. That just misses the heart of the plate. 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah. 1 and 2 here to Johnson. Yeah. From the windup, firing it in, Messer popped up, infield ground, gonna get out of play. We'll redo it here as the count remains 1 and 2. Jonas has walked in the second, ended up scoring. It was hit by a pitch in the third. Had bases loaded. Back in inning number 3, was only able to put home 1 as that goes back behind the back of Johnson. A couple, yeah. I got a couple, yeah. One and 2 here to Johnson, trying to find a way to get a 1-out base runner. And they bring up Ryan Robinson. 1-2 just misses the inside corner. Messer thought that was strike 3. It was not. And we'll continue the work here in inning number 5. 107 singles here against the Swine this season, that is, as that just got sent foul. A long at bat here from Jonas Johnson, and we'll keep it going. 9th pitch of the at bat upcoming. Pushes Messer over 100 pitches as he's up to 102 with the full count. Base hit, ball 4, trying to find any way to put the ball in play here. Trying to get a response here from the top half. Popped up, in foul ground, gonna go out here once again, and we'll redo it. Count remains 3 and 2. 9th pitch of the at bat upcoming, possibly 10th. Indeed so, 10th. 10th pitch of the at bat upcoming here to Johnson. The payoff pitch once again. That's downstairs, ball 4. A 10-pitch walk. We'll bring up Ryan Robinson. And here comes a coach out for the Swine. So we'll take a break here on YouTube and continue the work here at Mando Field. Coming back here, top of the lineup, it's going to be Luis Sanchez set to start things off for Mocksville. Looks to lay down a bunt, push up into the netting. 0-1. Johnson, the runner over at first. 1 out. Let's see if Patuski will stay in the grass. He will. Let's see if we'll expect another one here. Runner first is Johnson. That runs inside. Ball 1. A ball and a strike here to Robinson. As he sits 0 for 1. Popping out to Messer on the mound. In foul ground, if you will. Back here to the third base side of the foul line. 2-1. Lined over the head of the third baseman, Patuski. Runners will advance 90 feet. Johnson goes into second. Robinson to first. Sanchez 3 for 3 so far tonight. Singling in the center, an RBI single down the left field line, and a single to short. Called a strike, trying to back pick, and we're going to be in a rundown here. And it looks like Johnson's going to be thrown out at third. He is. Mishap on the base pass. Leads to the second out. Yeah, 1 outside. Count evens 1-1 now, 2 outs. Runner on second's Robinson. Popped up first base side. That's going to get out of play. Down to the last strike here in the 5th. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Walking out as leads Robinson. Called time at the plate. Sanchez during the delivery of Everhart. He'll hold his own throw. We'll redo it here. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's Mocksville's looking to tie it up at 5. 1-2's low and out. 2-2. 4 runs on 8 hits for Mocksville. 5 runs, 6 hits, and an error for post 8. The 2-2 downstairs gets away from Hunt, and the runners will stay put as Robinson will chase back in the second. Hunt will take himself back out to the mound alongside the first baseman of Terry, while Robinson, Rodriguez, and Lomax all talk things over at second base. Instead of Sanchez going to the third base coach, which will slowly start to get his way there. Last pitch hit the home plate umpire, so we'll give him a little bit of a break here. Seems to be a little shook up. Sun finally behind the clouds here at Mando Field. Behind the trees, that is, as we're here under the lights. Home plate umpire making his way back to home plate. He's been beat up behind the plate tonight. Took one hard, he went off the chest protector. As we have a full count here against Sanchez. Sanchez 3 for 3 tonight. Here's a 3-2 pickoff move the second, just keeping him honest, won't even throw it. That's Robinson, the runner at second, after reaching on a single in the left. Lined in the right field base hit. We're sending him around third to Blake with the arrow. Throw into home is cut up the line. 1 run comes across the score. Robinson in standing after the RBI single from Sanchez. Sanchez improving his night, 4 for 4. Foul tip there from Thiel. As for Thiel, he's 1 for 3. Struck out in the first, lined out in the third. Had a 2 RBI double back in the second. Outside, ball 1. Tie game here in the 5th, all knotted up at 5. Mocksville's 9th hit of the night. Swing and a miss. Gets us down to the last strike. 1 and 2 to Thiel. He's already struck out once tonight. He's only struck out 5 times all season. Most recently coming in the last handful of games. Runner takes off for second. Grounded. Is that going to be in the hole? Picked up by Patuski. Long throw. Was he able to dig it out of the dirt? He was. Terry able to retire him at first. And ground out to third will do it. Top of the 6th would go. It's going to be Rodriguez, Patuski, and Everhart. 5-5 going top 6. Coming back here, top of the 6th inning here at Mando, we have ourselves a tie game knotted up at 5 apiece. Once again here, top of the 6th inning. First pitch misses outside from the new man on the mound. That's Luis Sanchez, as we have a whole set of new outfielders to list for you. Manny Morales in left, Ryan Robinson in center. Braden Carter moves over to right. Spencer, the Johnsons, and Thiel remain in the infield. A 2-0 inside, 3-0 the count. Here to the leadoff man of the inning is Rodriguez. Back in the 5th, he started things off with a single on the left. End up scoring. A 3-0 catches the inside, 3-1. Rodriguez had a thought that may have been ball 4. Regardless, it was not. As we'll keep going. Same spot, same result, and Rodriguez threw the bat. And the fans here for the Swines are not happy at all. Full count.
Gotta hit that pitch. Down the middle.
Payoff pitch upcoming here to Rodriguez from Sanchez. Sixth pitch of the at-bat. Line left center field. That's going to drop down for a single, a loud single at that. Improves his night 2 for 3 as Rodriguez, and this will bring up Patuski. So far, he's 0 for 2, grounding out to the pitcher and striking out in the second. Third time through the batting lineup. Runner takes off for second. Pitch is outside. Gonna be a rundown here between Rodriguez as Steele works it for Johnson, able to keep it in front of him.
Run it! Run him all the way back!
Over to the man on the mound. Tags him out number 1. Sanchez able to apply the tag after a caught stealing. One of the handful of times it's happened here for Mocksville. I believe it's the 8th time of the season. Indeed so. "74 stolen bases against 7 caught stealing, as well as 10 stolen bases from the Swines alone. Joe, the count here to Patuski. Just missing downstairs, 3-0. Sand 2-1, that is. Ow. Trying to work things back here to an even count. A 2-1. Just misses the inside corner once again. Nearly clipped Patuski. Second batter in a row with a 3-ball count. That one is ball 4 as that misses downstairs. And this will bring up the 9-hole of Everhart. One out here, double play would end it. There's been one double play so far for Mocksville that ended the 4th inning. The 2 Johnsons to Thiel. A 4-6-3 double play. Down to the 9-hole. Pickoff move the first, keeping them honest. The 2 Johnsons moving in unison. Downstairs gets away from Turner, takes second without even having to steal it. 1-0 the count. And it looks like we're going to have a mound visit here as Coach Lovelace makes his way out. And indeed so, another pitching change. So we'll take a timeout here and get things resituated. 1 out in a tie game here in the 6th. coming back here in to the 6th. Third batter of the inning is going to be the 9-hole of Everhart. 1-0 the count. Upstairs 2-0. This is the 5th appearance for Manny Morales. 6 hitting so far through those 4 appearances, that is. 8.17 ERA, 12 runs given up, 7 of those being earned. 2 is up and in, nearly got away from him as it just about clipped Everhart, who's 0 for 2 so far. I have a free base to put him. So far only a runner at second. That's Petoskey. Needing to bring it one back in here. Just missing the inside corner. A 4-pitch walk.
Grayson, yes, sir.
Here comes Messer up to the plate. 4th at bat here as that catches the inside corner. 0-1 to his first full batter. He hits 1 for 3. Had an RBI double into center field, followed by a groundout and a strikeout thus far. Looks to lay down a bunt as that pitch misses downstairs, trying to back pick over at second. Petoskey able to get back in safely. Will he lay down another bunt here? Let's find out. Spencer playing in alongside of Thiel. Thiel playing inside of the grass. Taking a couple steps in. Johnson ready to cover. That's outside, ball 2.
Let's do that middle.
Morales comes set from the left side, working against the lefty. Looks like down another bunt, push button. That's going to be killed in foul ground. Turner making sure that went foul. Down to the last strike here is Messer, the leadoff man. First and second, Everhart and Petoskey. Both of them reaching on a walk. Third pitcher here for Mocksville. Kennedy gone through 5, Sanchez through 1/3 of an inning. And so far Morales is in. Still going to get his first out down. The 2 strikes here to the leadoff man of Messer. Hunt, Terry Lomax waits on deck. Just missing upstairs. We have ourselves a full count here. Payoff pitch awaiting. Free base to put him. Really do not want to use it here with an out. Payoff pitch down and out. Not even a competitive pitch. Below the bases for the 2-hole of Hunt. And it looks like we're going to have another pitching change here. Indeed so. So we'll take another break as Manny Morales' night is done. Coming back in here, top of the 6th inning. Messer, Everhart, Petoskey are your runners going first to third. Spencer, the Johnsons, and Thiel remain in the infield. Sanchez, Williams, and Morales going around the outfield. Ryan Robinson is on the mound. Chris Hunt at the plate. Cooper Hunt, that is. Apologies. As Turner makes his way up to the mound for Robinson to, I could assume, pick out Science with a runner on second. That being of Everhart. First pitch from Robinson. Downstairs, ball one. Base is loaded and 1 out. Started off with a single into the left center field gap. Ended up being caught stealing. Here we go. Here's a chance. Got him picked off. Got him out. A hard hit there. Wow. Robinson telling him not to do that again. A hard hit there between the two. Is his night done? Let's find out. Controversy to see if it's his night done. Looks like they're going to leave him in. A loud out there. Good work there by Turner. Good work there from Robinson to tag him out. Even better work by Turner in order to catch it and work him back towards the third base bag. Chop fouled. 1-1. Two outs here in the 6th. Both coming in a bit of an unconventional way. Downstairs, blocked up by Turner. Gonna be back, picking the second. Is the tag in time? Just a tad late as Johnson wasn't able to get the tag in on Everhart. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Go 1-3. Get out of this.
Robinson trying to get out of this jam. Popped up shallow center field. Coming on it's Williams. He'll make the grab and will get out of the jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. No runs come across the score. Bottom 6 we go. That's going to be Turner, Spencer, and Morales. Coming back here, bottom half of the 6th inning underway. Settling us off is Jordan Turner, the catcher. Made a spectacular play which helped get us out of the jam in the 6th. Unsuccessful squeeze ended up resulting in out number 2. Already cut there, just like that, it's 1-1. 16 pitches so far from Everhart. .316 batting average against the Swines. And that continues here tonight. 9 hits so far. Turner. Oh, jeez. Turner 0 for 2 so far tonight. Striking out and grounding up, but has reached on a walk. Outside. That misses for ball 3. The top 4 of the lineup have all reached on base safely, either in a walk or hit, as that's fouled straight back. 3-2. Batter number 5, Morales, has reached, although it was a fielder's choice. The rest of the lineup has reached safely as well, so only one batter is yet to either get a hit or walk. Swing and a miss there. Dropped. A foul tip. So we'll redo it here on a 3-2. Turner looking for hit number 1 of the night. The payoff pitch. Swung on a miss. That will sit him down on a strikeout and lead things out here in the 6th. James Spencer coming up now. He's been hit by a pitch. And that's 0 for 2. Inside nearly clips him. 1-0. From a right-hander, that would have got his hands. Wonder from the submarine lefty. It ran up and in. 1-0. Swung on a miss. He was looking for the trees. As that evens 1-1. Chance here for Mocksville to take home win number 4 of the season and snap the 10-game losing skid. 1-1's downstairs. 2-1 now to count. Once again, Spencer's looking for base hit number 1 of the afternoon, as he's been hit by pitch once. Downstairs, 3-1. A chance now to try and break this thing open. Hitters count here for Spencer. Downstairs, ball 4 will put a runner on first. 1 out for Manny Morales. As I was mentioning just a few batters ago, Manny Morales is the only one who has yet to reach on base safely, although he has reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. 0 for 3's Morales. Downstairs, that's going to be stopped up by Hunt. Everhart not too pleased with himself there. Morales coming tonight, batting .229. Until June 17th, Morales was batting above a 300. He was batting above a 400 for a short period of time as well. Foul down the third base line. Ball and a strike. Had 7 hits in his first 3 games, batting a .778 to that point. Over the course of the season, 10 hits, 10 singles, 1 extra base knock. As that runs inside, tried a little two-seam action, and that falls behind even more. Here's a 2-1 fly down to left field line. That's going to go foul here once again. Count evens 2-2. Spencer standing on first. That goes back behind the back of Hunt. Spencer's going to take second standing. Leading run 180 feet away from crossing home plate. And here's a chance to do it for Morales, who has started to cool off in his later weeks. Gonna be a pinch runner here. Spencer reached on the wild pitch, and that will bring in a pinch runner from Charlie Young. Morales needing to put something in play here, either that or resulting in a walk. A strikeout here will accomplish nothing. The payoff pitch, grounded down the third base side, need to watch it back. And a ground out to Patuski will bring up 2 outs and leave Young on second. Here comes Joseph Johnson, 2 for 3, looking for his third base knock of the night. Grounded over the short, Rodriguez flips it over the Terry, out number 3. Top of the 7th we go. Terry, Lomax, and Kuntz. Tie game going top of inning number 7. Coming back here, top of the 7th inning. Let's see what all can happen. Magic in the 7th. Set to get things started here will be the 3-hole of Terry. He's 1 for 2 so far. Apologies, 0 for 2. Strike. No, I apologize. 2 for 2 with an intentional walk, doubling into right center field and singling into right. First at bat since the 5th inning. Called a strike outside, 0-1. Working quick, apologies there. 0-2. Trying to set him down. Here's that flied hard down towards the dugout. Count remains 0-2. Needing to get something going here. A 3-pitch out here to the best man of the Swines would be huge. Just misses downstairs. It looked good from here, so let's take a quick replay if time allows. Popped up down the first base side, gonna get out of play. So we'll redo it here, 1-2. Once again, Terry 2 for 2 so far tonight. As Robinson passes the 10-pitch threshold. Morales in right, Williams on center, Sanchez over and left. Young, Johnson, and Thiel around the infield. Down and in, backs him off the plate. Count evens 2-2. Down and in, tried a curveball. As that got away from Turner. Full count here to Robinson. Started the at-bat 0-2. Since then, we've worked at full. 3. Within 4 pitches, it's gone ball, foul, ball, and ball as that's grounded to short. Johnson fields it easy. Terry not even throwing, took a bad hop. Got lucky there with Terry not running. Field able to get back on the bag safely. Apologies here, just a tad bit on the replay, as here comes Lomax. Lomax struck out in the first, grounded out to the pitcher in the 4th, and then an RBI single to right field in the 5th. 1 for 3. Here's his line. Outside ball 1 here in the top of the 7th. 1 run is all it takes in the home half. Mocksville leading in the hits category 9-7. Down and in ball 2. Only 1 error committed from either side tonight, and that comes from the post-8 Swines. Curveball chopped down the third base side. Gonna be a tough play from Charlie Young. Has a long throw, and I just said something about there being no errors. Trying to go from first to third. A throw comes into third in safely. I just said there's only been 1 error committed. I just said something. I mean, like the pitch before. Infield coming in. Looks like we're going to have a play at the plate potentially here with Kuntz at the plate. First pitch upstairs. Pass ball will do nothing besides bring home Lomax at third. 1-0 catches the inside corner, threw in a little 2-seam action as the count evens 1-1. Swing and a miss. Down to the last strike here for Kuntz. One out here in the inning. That comes to a ground out to Johnson to lead things off in the 7th. Struck him out number 2 of the inning. Let's try and see if we can leave Lomax stranded at third after the error from Spencer. All the Mocksville faithful here chewing on their fingernails, or what's left of them here. Curveball catches the inside corner, 0-1. Rinaldi so far tonight. Looks like we're going to have Kuntz, that is, nearly got away from Turner. As Rinaldi so far sits 0 for 3. 2 punch-outs and being involved in a double play. A ball and a strike. Coming to the home half of the 7th, it's going to be Braden Carter, Johnson, and Robinson. Being of Jonas Johnson, that is. 1-1 up and out. Nearly got away from Turner again. Here's a replay of it. Just able to snag it down. 2 in a line, center field over the Williams, coming in on it, sees it the whole way, and that will end it. Leaves Lomax stranded at third. Bottom of the 7th we go. Coming back here, bottom of the 7th. Settling things off is Ryan Williams, who looked to lay down a bunt to start things off, as you can see there. Decides to pull back, ball 1. Everhart remains on the mound. Looks like he's going to lay down another bunt as that misses downstairs, 2-0. As he just faking Evan Hart out, trying to get him off his game. Let's see if it works. Corner infielder's playing in. Looks like he's going to lay one down. Upstairs, ball 3. Not going to swing here to save his life, regardless if it's a 75-mile-per-hour fastball down the middle. Up and in, ball 4. As I was saying, a lead-off walk here in the 7th. Brings up Jonas Johnson. Johnson's been walked twice and hit by pitch. Let's see. Looks like he's going to keep doing the same thing. Push button down to third base side. That would have hit him and put runners on first and second. Instead, he got a piece of it. I'm going to assume that that was supposed to be a fake bunt, not a true bunt. Let's see what happens here, 0-1. After a 4-pitch walk to Ryan Williams, who's taking over for that 7th spot after... Just a bit of confusion here. Apologies. Ryan Williams is on first. Another bunt attempt here. Did he go? No. 1-1. Terry has to hold on the runner at first, as Williams would have a chance. Push bunt right back to the man on the mound. Everhart has one play over the first, takes a good throw. Able to get him out at first. Runner on second, 1 out. Here for the bottom of the lineup, Ryan Robinson. Ryan Robinson. Reached on catcher's interference. Popped out in foul ground to the man on the mound and singled into left. 1 run is all it takes. Downstairs, Hunt just able to smother it in the dirt. 1-0. Runner on second means everything. It's Williams. Outside, 2-0. Everhart starting to get in his own head here, getting frustrated with himself. Trying to keep this pressure going is Robinson from the left side. The 2-0 down the heart of the plate, 2-1. Sumis was told to take until he got a strike. That he's done. Huge gap into left field. Down and out, 3-1. If we walk him, it will take us to the top of the lineup, where Luis Sanchez is 4 for 4. Not the Wendy's 4 for 4. A 3-1 popped up left field. That's going to be caught by Kuntz, 2 outs. Down to the last chance here. Luis Sanchez, 4 for 4. 4 singles into the outfield. Single into center, single into left field, single into shallow left field, and then a single to right. Last chance here in the 7th. Popped up right field side, gets out of play, 0-1. Coming set here, 0-1. Time here from Sanchez. Trying to slow Everhart down, and he is not too happy. Stepping back on the mound, into the box we go. Sanchez trying to end this one here. Down and away, gets away from Hunt. Runner will take up 90 feet. 90 feet away, base hit is all it takes. A ball and a strike here. pass ball block single is all it takes here to bring home the winning run. Took a hardy cut there, end up swinging on air, down to the last strike. Threw over the top, tried to fool him as the count evens 2-2. First time seeing that here. Instead of going more from directly out, that was a 3/4 arm slot. That's a 2-2. Chop foul, goes straight down. Maybe got a piece of the home plate umpire. Appears it did. Count remains 2-2. 50th pitch up coming from Everhart. He's been getting a beating so far tonight. At least the third ball that I know of that's come back and got a piece of him. One stung him a little bit more than the others, including this one. Still appears to be a little bit shooken up as we work our way back here behind home plate, and we're getting things to get started and continue. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the leadoff man of Sanchez. If he's able to reach somehow without bringing home Williams, Thiel waits on deck. Comes set on the mound. Here's Everhart, the 2-2, down and in. Full count here, top of lineup up for Sanchez. I would not want to rely on Thiel so far tonight. He comes in only with a 2 RBI double. Looks lost, grounded over the short. Not able to field it cleanly, safe over at first. That will do it! Mocksville comes out victorious after the air to Rodriguez. Everhart throws his glove down in disgust. Now Williams comes home and touches home safely before Sanchez is able to get to first. Final score 6-5 in favor of Mocksville. Breaks the 10-game losing streak and gets their 4th win of the season. Next game here will be on July 3rd back here at Mando. That will be against the High Toms. Once again, final score here tonight, 6-5 in favor of Mocksville.